Folks, I got good news. Finally, after forever of waiting, we finally got this in. So this is a really cool model. This is the presentation version of the Lamborghini Huracan GT3 EVO2. Super dope. Really nice color. This is number 687. We have the chase here as well. The funny thing is, usually I get the regular versions way before I get the chases. I had this chase for like probably 2 weeks before I got the regular version in. My supplier shipment got delayed, but nothing you can do about it. You know what? I'm tired of all this talk about licensing, unlicensed stuff. We don't have to worry about that with Mini GT. We got the Lamborghini sticker on the back of both of these. So let's take our minds off that. Let's take our minds off of it and let's get cracking into these. So get my trusty razor blade out. Get rid of this gnarly plastic. So tired of all the plastic. I wish they would use less plastic, but whatever. So yeah, let's take a look at this thing. I've been itching to crack into it for quite a while now, and yeah, I really like the EVO2. I cannot wait for the actual like racing livery versions of this casting to come out, because they are really cool. There's the information on the UPC if you're interested. Again, number 687. Very cool car. And I'm excited for it. But there is one little tiny thing that I'm not sure how I feel about yet. And it might just be my imagination. But I haven't actually opened this yet, so I don't know for sure. But anyways, let's just jump into it. So here's the car. It looks... oh my gosh, that looks really nice. So the green does show up a little bit brighter on camera than it does in person, which is pretty typical with like these green and blue colors. It does a little bit more dull, a little bit more muted in person, but it still looks really nice. I like the green and the white and the black and the red. It all kind of ties in together really well, giving you like that really nice Italian theme that Lamborghini loves to do. You've got the big number 63 on the side right there, which is like the number representing Squadra Course, which you can see right below that. Really nice. You're going to have rubber mirrors. Nothing on the tires as far as printing, which is a little unfortunate. I really hope they start doing tire printing on these Lamborghinis, because it's one of the only like GT3 race cars they haven't done it yet. They've started doing it on the Acuras. They started doing it on the Nissan GTRs. They started doing it on the BMWs, like all the other GT3 stuff they started doing it on, except maybe not the Corvettes, but I'm sure they will, and the Ford GTs. But yeah, they need to start doing it for the Lambos. I think that would be really good. But yeah, it looks really nice. There's not really a whole lot to talk about except to just kind of take in this really nice livery. I really like the red accent that goes around the windows and whatnot. I got a little silver fuel filler right there, and then one on the other side. At least I believe that's a fuel filler. It's got like some silver paint in it, so I would assume so. Yeah, it looks really nice. You've got this black vent right here. Going to the front, which is probably the coolest angle of this car in my opinion. You've got the two red canards right there. Right below the front light, you've got a little bit more red trim and then some white on top of it. You got your Lamborghini badge right in the center right there. And then one of the things I was a little concerned about was on this car, they've added a lot of like really aggressive angles on this front hood. And I was worried that Mini GT was going to skip out on those. You can see it really well on the packaging right here too. You can see there's like a whole bunch of angles and stuff on the very front lip of the hood. And it looks really aggressive, especially on the ones that have like actual racing liveries. And I was worried that it wasn't going to show up very well, and that it'd be muted because of the casting and the paint being too thick, but it actually does look pretty good, and the angles do show up nicely in person. So I'm relieved to see that, and that is really good. But you've got these two big vents in the hood right there, a little bit of white accenting going around them. You've got these louver vents right above the wheels right there, which looks pretty awesome. A little bit of white going across the front lip. The front grille and meshing detailing looks pretty good on this one. And yeah, it's just a really nice car. I really like the white that's on the back of it right here. You can see they have some louvered slots right over the engine, which actually does have air passing through. They actually are real vents on this model. You've got the air scoop on the top, which unfortunately is a little bit crooked on mine, but that's done in red. Can't really notice that it's crooked unless you look at it from this front angle, but that does look pretty bad. But maybe I'll be able to straighten that out with some sheer force I don't want to break it though. Windshield banner, you do have Squadra Course with the Lamborghini badge next to it, which looks quite nice. The interior, like normal, is just going to be black with a black roll cage. And then the wing, also pretty much just going to be black, but it does have a little bit of that red accenting on the sides of the wing. Oh, and there actually is some carbon fiber on the bottom of that as well. I wonder why they didn't do that on the top. It's kind of weird to just have the carbon on the bottom of the wing, but one of the great things about this, especially with this being the presentation version, is that they did include the carbon fiber printing on the back of the car. So you'll see this whole area right here, and then down below here, it has carbon fiber printing, which looks amazing. They started doing this on the regular GT3 EVO, but they only did it for the Super GT variations. They didn't do it for any of the other liveries, just the 4 Super GT versions that they released. So it's really good to see them just incorporate this right off the bat with this EVO2, because that means they should be doing this on all of the racing liveries of this casting that come out. So that's very good to see. Very happy about that. And aside from that, you got some nice exhaust details right there. Rear diffuser. Taillights look pretty good as well. They are acrylic with some red detailing running through them. And then you also have a nice white accent running through there with this little red stripe. Lamborghini lettering looks pretty good on the back right there. It's a little hard to see because it is done on top of the carbon fiber, but it does look good. And then, of course, you have this little fin that runs back to the wing. You've got the Lamborghini lettering on that as well, outlined in white. And nothing on the bottom. But yeah, it's a really nice looking model, and I'm happy that Mini GT decided to do this, because they could have just ignored this EVO2 and just kept doing the regular Huracan GT3s, but we've got this, so really happy about that. So yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. It's a really cool looking model, but yeah, we do have the chase to crack into, so yeah, let me get it opened up. All right, so let's take a look at the card art real quick. It's actually really nice, really vibrant. I'm pretty sure that the pictures that Mini GT uses on their card art are just like renders, but honestly, I don't mind that because they all look really good, and this one is no exception. The colors are really vibrant. You have a really nice look of the car on the racetrack. Looks really good. Again, Mino exclusives. These chases are USA only. Even though some people overseas have been starting to order directly from Miho, it seems like, which is strange. But this is number 687. This one in the US Miho blister packaging is limited to 4,800. That means there are only 200 of these chases worldwide, no more, no less. There's this stuff on the back. There's not really anything to look at because they made this clear cutout, so you can see all the info on the back of the box now while it's in the packaging. And for anybody new to Mini GT, these plastic blister packs are supposed to be exclusive to the USA, as are the chases. The chases only come in these acrylic blister packs, and the way you find out how many of the chases exist is you take this number that's on almost all Miho exclusive blister packs. So 4,800, you divide that number by 24 because that's how many models that come in a case of Mini GTs. And there is one chase per case of a certain car. So if there's one per 24, that means you divide 4,800 by 24, and that gives you 200. So there's a nice, easy 200 of these chases worldwide. And I know a lot of people don't care about chases, and I'm not usually super bothered by them either, except for the Lambos. I do try to collect every Lambo chase that comes out because I have monkey brain, and I'm addicted to them. But the chase for this one is pretty nice. As you can see, they color swapped the wheels to the screen color, which is nice because you can still see that little silver center locking hub in the center of the wheels. And they also changed the interior of the car to the same green color as the body. So really nice, really vibrant. You can look at it and you can tell that it's a chase and that it's special. And that's all I ask for with the Mini GT. I'm not a big fan of the raw paints, which is why I really like the Lambo chases. So yep, this one is pretty nice. And other than that, there's not really much to look at it. It would have been really cool if they did the base as that same green color, but they don't seem to like to do that anymore. So it is what it is. But here's the two side by side. I know a lot of people just prefer the regular one over the chase, but for my sake and for my collection, I like to have both versions. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Before we go, I will throw up a picture of the real car just so you guys can kind of compare and see and just have it next to the real thing. see how Mini GT did, which they usually do a pretty good job. And I can attest for this particular one, because I have already looked at photos of this car. So, like I said, thank you guys for watching. It's always nice to take our mind off of things and just look at some nice little die-cast cars. And it's always great when it's a Lambo. So, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video.